Defending world champs, but this year the Dodgers were the ones who made a big splash in the NL West. Big-time players with big-time contracts have led LA to October baseball. Tonight, it will be Matt Cain's job to shut down the Dodgers and continue his dominant run since the All-Star break. It's the final homestand of the season. Giants-Dodgers next.
The Giants return home. They are back off a road trip where they win 6-4 as we get ready for Giants baseball. Giants, Dodgers, game one of a three-game series. Hi again, everybody. I'm Dwayne Kuiper. Alongside me is Mike Krukow. Well, a good road trip for the Giants. And, Mike, I asked you this before. I'll ask it again. This is a series. Dodgers have clinched. Giants are not going to the postseason. Why are these three games important?
Well, they're important to the fans for both the Dodgers and the Giants. They want their guys to do well against each other. And Giants fans don't want to ever lose to the Dodgers. And that's why they're special. And that's why giving the ball to Matt Cain tonight is a very, very wise thing to do. You say, why is that? Well, in his 11th start since the All-Star game, he has not allowed any more than 3 runs in any of those 11 games. And just 3 of those games were 3 runs. After that, it was 2, 1, or 0. He's been dealing. And he is another guy. 30th time he has taken the ball. He's had 30 starts this year. That's 8 consecutive years of that. The guy's a horse, and he's going to pitch the final game of the year, too, possibly. But tonight, we all know it. It's Matt Cain and the Dodgers. All
right. Should be fun, game one of this three-game series. Well, this past Sunday was the Mariano Rivera. Was that pregame ceremony the biggest thing? It was not. It was Juan Perez and his throw. Amy G on that right after this.
Jack in the Box. Go big at a participating Jack in the Box with Jack's really big chicken sandwich combos for only $3.99 plus tax. And by Toyota. Do the math and save at your local Toyota dealer.
After a long and winning road trip, your San Francisco Giants are back in the Bay for the final homestand of the 2013 season. That is hard to believe. Welcome back to AT&T Park. I'm Amy Gutierrez, and before we can look ahead at this three-game series against the Dodgers, we need to take a look back, in particular, at Juan Perez, who stole the show in New York. He showed off his offensive skills Thursday in the Giants' win over the Mets, but it was at Yankee Stadium on Sunday that he was able to put his defensive skills in the spotlight. Eighth inning, Giants clinging to a one-run lead. It's our AT&T U-verse Rewind this evening, and Dwayne Kuiper's got the call.
And the 1-0. Swinging a line drive. That's a base hit. Here comes Perez. He's got a good arm. Here's the throw home. They got him! Oh! And the Giants have thrown two base runners out at home plate here in the eighth inning.
How about a little icing on the cake? Perez led off the next inning with a single off future Hall of Famer Mariano Rivera. Quite a day for a kid from the Bronx. All right, game one getting ready to start shortly. Kruk and Kuiper are going to be back with first pitch and lineups. But first, after these messages, we're heading out to Willie Mays Plaza. It's Say Hey Tuesday, so stay tuned for an update.
Giants-Dodgers baseball. Our game time weather is presented by the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk. Get to the beach. The admission-free boardwalk is open this weekend. 61 beautiful degrees here at the yard. We got winds at 13 miles per hour. Humidity at 64%, and it's going to be a windy night. Here's a lineup that Matt Cain will be facing. It's the Dodgers lineup, and it's brought to you by Coors Light. It'll be Puig, Crawford, and Ramirez. Adrian Gonzalez, 4 home runs lifetime against Cain, also 4 doubles. Gonzalez with 20 hits and 67 at-bats. It'll be Kemp, Uribe, and then Ellis. That's A.J. Ellis. Mark Ellis will hit 8th, and Ryu will pitch and bat 9th.
On the hill tonight for the Giants will be the horse, Matt Cain, making start number 38 times in a row. He's been able to do that, and that makes him an innings eater. 8-9 on the year with a 4.06 ERA. He has steadily been whittling down that ERA. Remember that he got up in the 6s early in this year, and since the All-Star break, 11 starts, he's been remarkable. He has not allowed more than 3 runs in any of those 11 starts, and only 3 times did he allow 3 runs. Against these Dodgers lifetime, Cain is 5-9, but you remember he started out 0-8, and his lifetime ERA against Los Angeles is 3.48. Take a look at the defense playing behind Matt Cain. Starting in the outfield from left to right, it'll be Juan Perez, Angel Pagano, Hunter Pence, the killer bees out there. In the infield on the left side, Adrianza and Sandoval will patrol that side. Abreu and Bell on the right side. And Buster Posey will be in the squad, putting down the signs as the Giants get set to do battle against their rival, the Dodgers.
So it is a start of a 3-game series. And it'll be a fun 3-game series. Dodgers are off and running to the playoffs, and the Giants are just trying to close out strong. So here's Yasiel Puig to lead things off. It'll be Puig, Crawford, and Ramirez. Dodgers have won a couple of games in a row, and the Giants are coming off a 6-4 road trip. Here's the first pitch of the ball game, and it's a swing and a foul out of play. So we get started right on time at 7:15, and it's 0-1 to Puig. Puig likes the swing, and he's going to hit this one to Hunter Pence, and that's how this game gets started. And here's Crawford. For the longest time, Puig was hitting over 400, and his average has steadily gone down. I mean, look, 327 is nothing to shake your head at as Crawford takes low. But you figured the league would adjust to Puig, and it has.
Well, a new player comes into the big leagues, and he's a puzzle. And everybody wants to try and figure him out.
We'll say this, though. Do not make a mistake to him. Crawford lines it into left field, a base hit. So Crawford hitting 277 is aboard, and now Cain will pitch out of the stretch for the first time. It'll be to Hanley Ramirez. As hot as Puig was when he started out, no one has been more consistent or more deadly in this Dodger lineup than this guy.
He's had some kind of year, and really, despite not playing the entire season because of a couple of injuries, I mean, he's put up numbers, and he's putting up a pretty good argument to being an MVP. Now, there's never been an MVP that's had 57 RBIs in a year, but he could give you a pretty good argument.
Crawford with good speed, and Ramirez swings at a breaking ball, and he misses 0-1. So Ramirez, 20 home runs, 57 driven in. Cain at the belt, and the pitch, swing and a miss, and the bat is fair down the left field line.
And Tim McClellan just got a jolt of adrenaline that went right through his veins. And that's not Tim McClellan. That's Marvin Hudson. So Marvin Hudson, here's your wake-up call. Little slider and throw the bat head. That just gives you an idea of how lightly they use that, that grip on the bat.
It only has to go over the base fair.
I'm telling you, that's a fair ball, fair bat. And that's our Exmo. It's brought to you by your local Toyota dealer. One more look. Look out, Marvin.
Marvin. So a quick 0-2 to Hanley Ramirez. 11 for 40 against Matt Cain lifetime. Got him.
See ya. I don't think he agreed with Marty Foster on this. They wanted to go above the hands. It winds up going right down there, just above the knees. Definitely a pitcher strike. Thank you very nice.
I think that was silent protest.
It was big time silent protest, but Marty Foster's got a good zone for pitchers. I mean, he's got wide corners on both sides. He's primarily a low ball guy, but you'll see some high strikes called as well. But what you get in the first, you get in the ninth, and that's what everybody likes.
So here's Adrian Gonzalez. Runner goes. Posey's throw is going to be late. And Crawford with his 15th steal.
Now that really is the time when your premier base stealers will steal. Gonzalez is going to take a pitch, so basically both dugouts know he's going to try and go, and you can't stop him, and that's a premier stolen base.
So now the Dodgers with a runner in scoring position, and Gonzalez takes a bit wide. Gonzalez with 98 driven in. Cain does have now a base to play with. You see Matt Kemp is on deck. Cain sets, he looks to second. And he comes right at Gonzalez on his hands. It's 2-1. 67 at bats for Gonzalez against Matt Cain with 20 hits. Also in that equation,
I wonder who that is.
9 walks. Yeah, geez. And 16 strikeouts, and that's in tight 3-1. Probably feels very odd for him to be in that dugout. Cain a long look to second, and this is hit on the ground to Abreu, and Cain is going to leave Crawford stranded at second. Pagan, Perez, Belt coming up. 0-0. Light. It will be Pagan, Perez, and Belt. Buster Posey, the cleanup hitter. Followed by Posey, it'll be Pence, and look what Pence has done against the Dodgers. Sandoval, Abreu, Adrianza, and Matt Cain is going to pitch in bat 9.
On the hill tonight for the Dodgers will be Hyunjin Ryu, the left-hander, 6'2", 260-pounder. He's 26 years old, and this is his rookie year. An absolute prodigy out of the Korean leagues. Comes in to a major league rotation for the first time and does this, 13-7 with a 3.03 ERA. And when you're taking your at-bats against Ryu, you are going to see some pretty good breaking balls, really, and a fastball that'll go high 80s to mid 90s, depending on the situation and how he grips it. He's got a great feel of the ball. He's got a big curveball, hard slider, changeup. Everything he has is good. He'll throw it any time. His command is exceptional, and the 3.03 ERA will testify to that.
Here's Pagan, who looks at a strike. Pagan hitting .275, 4 home runs, 28 driven in. See his numbers against the Dodgers as he bounces this one foul past Tim Flannery. Marty Foster behind the dish. Bell is at first. McClellan at second. Hudson is at third. Just inside. Ramirez thinking, dude, that was a strike on me.
That's exactly what he's thinking.
And Pagan rolls another one foul.
Let's take a look at the defense for the Dodgers tonight. Starting the outfield from left to right. It'll be Crawford, Kemp, and Puig. That's your outfield with the best arm in right field. It's a good one. And the one in center, it's not bad either. The one in left, a little tardy. Ramirez, Uribe on the left side. Ellis, Gonzalez on the right side. And A.J. Ellis will be in the squad, putting down the signs.
One and two to Pagan. And Pagan shoots it foul on a pitch low and away, and it remains 1-2.
Got a man making a play, making some friends.
Making a play, making some noise.
Vote for me. Mayor Petaluma.
In tight, 2-2. Giants are 9-7 against the Dodgers this year. They're 4-2 here at AT&T Park. Two pitch, hit up the middle, and Pagan is going to have a base hit. Could not have placed it more perfectly on the infield if you're going to hit it off your fist.
Well, you can see that Hanley Ramirez, the shortstop, played over towards the gap. So he had a long way to go. And with the speed that Pagan can put on a play, even if he catches this thing, he's not going to have a play. But that is a thing right there.
So here's Juan Perez. What a nice week it was in New York for Juan Perez. Here he looks at a strike at the knees. Perez on the road trip wins 7 for 18. And in his last 3 games, he's 6 for 11. 1 ball and 1 strike. And he did most of his damage in front of his friends and family and neighbors and old schoolmates. He did it all at home where he was born and raised, or raised. He skies this one into center field. Moving back is Kemp. Kemp will put it away for out number 1. So here's Belt. Belt on the trip hit .364, 12 home run, or make that 12 hits, 33 at bats. He had 6 RBIs on the trip. It was Overall, on this pitch, Belt skies it to Kemp. And Kemp puts it away. It was the hitters after Belt, at least in New York, where things offensively got quiet.
Yeah, I think this guy right here is glad to be home. We saw where the Polo Grounds used to be in our route to Yankee Stadium.
Low to Buster Posey. Buster had 2 hits on the trip. He was 2 for 33. Remember, Posey fractured the tip on his right finger. That happened on September 3rd. Still, however, hitting .327 against lefties, and that's in the top 10 in the National League. But that's the one thing he's done since he's gotten to the big leagues, is tear up left-handed pitching. Breaking ball, and it's now 1-2.
He was definitely sitting on a fastball there.
Gonzalez holding on Pagan, and the 1-2 pitch is high. It's 2-2. Giants are right at 500 at home. They're 38-38. Posey fouls it back. He lives to see another pitch. So maybe booing a Dodger fan.
That won't be the last time that happens these next 3 days. Dodgers have come in with a swagger, and you can imagine that. They've won the National League West this year. Clinched it in Arizona. And they all had a group swimming party out in right center field. And I'm not sure if the Diamondbacks truly appreciated it. Here, they can go out and swim in McCovey Cove anytime they want.
Absolutely. 3-2 pitch. Foul back with Pagan on the move. So Pagan getting in a workout with Buster Posey at the plate. And Posey nubs this one off the end of the bat, and this will end the inning. So the leadoff hit by Angel Pagan, nada. Nothing. Max Adam Eaton on Dodgers celebrating in Arizona. And Eaton said, well, we weren't thrilled with it. We had a chance to win. We had a chance to send them on their way, and we didn't do it. So it's our own fault for letting it happen.
And here was that pool party.
It is quite inviting when you think about it.
Well, they earned it.
Yeah. Here's Kemp. Kemp back after a long stint on the DL, hitting .266, and he takes a load. 5 home runs, 30 driven in. Juan Uribe on deck. And then A.J. Ellis. Swing and a miss, 1 ball and 1 strike. That has been a good pitch tonight for Matt King.
Yeah, nice little slider. It's quick. You could really see the effects of that 2-week disabledness that he had. It really helped his shoulder because the slider really has benefited from it.
I'm saying all pitchers take 2 weeks off at some point in August.
I've been saying that for years. At least a week. Missed at least 1 start. And your arm comes back. The first pitch to go is a slider. It's the one that requires the most strength. It's the one that is most temperamental. A lot of guys this time of year don't have great sliders. Tired.
2-2 now to Kemp. No Ethier tonight. On the ground to third. Sandoval. 1 out. All right, on this nice night, it's good to be back, mainly because we get to throw it to Amy G. Amy?
Thanks so much, Dwayne. An update for fans at home. Marco Scudero has been shut down for the remainder of the season. Friday, he's going to undergo outpatient surgery. He's going to have a pin put in that pinky, that mallet finger. He'll have that in it for about 6 weeks. Also, Madison Bumgarner, it is being reported by multiple sources, is shut down for the remainder of the season. Not for any health reasons, just so Barry Zito would get the start tomorrow. We will have official word on that after the game. Dwayne?
All right, here's Uribe. Now, Bruce Bochy said in his little conference with everybody before the game, he was asked if Zito was going to get 1 more appearance in relief as opposed to a start. And the skipper's response was, no, I'll try to get him a start here. It could be real soon. And then the next question was during the San Diego series, and Bruce Bochy said, no, it could be real soon.
Well,
there's a foul back, so that might lead you to believe that the announcement then will be made that Zito will pitch tomorrow. And you know what? And that's real soon.
Yeah, I'd say that's real soon. But I know he wanted to have 1 more start, and I know we wanted to have 1 more start here at home.
In tight, 3-1. Uribe against his former teammate, 4 for 10 lifetime. Uribe, who loves count leverage, gets a pitch that's not a strike, and it's 3-2. He's got 12 home runs. He's got 48 driven in. And this is a slow chopper, tough play for Sandoval. Can he make it? No. Uribe with an infielder. And that'll bring up A.J. Ellis.
Take a look at what he has done in September. And in July, 8.40 when he was having all of his mechanical problems and things just were not going his way. And after the All-Star break, he really started to tighten things up. In September, he has just been unbelievable. League hitting .350 against him in July, hitting .125 this month. And again, I mean, this is not the month where you usually see that. This is the month where guys are tired, and it has not been the case for Kane.
Here's A.J. Ellis. And a breaking ball for a strike. .241 for the Dodger catcher. 9 home runs, 48 driven in. Adrianza, Abreu at double play depth. The 0-1. And a good fastball for a strike, and that evens the count. Always steady velocity wise. His velocity doesn't vary much from a mile per hour on his fastball, sometimes 2 miles per hour.
Well, and he throws at a pitch at a speed that he can control. He doesn't max out with every pitch. Now he can reach back and hit 94, 95. We've seen him do that even as late as the last 10 pitches of the game. He'll save those for 2-strike surprises. But generally speaking, you're going to see 91, 93. Just kind of cruise there and be very accurate with his pitches on both sides of the plate.
Kane. Adrianza. Bell. Kane, remember, he threw one away this month. That time he comes off the mound smiling.
The season versus the Dodgers. Well, Willie Mays in 1958 had 32 RBIs against the Dodgers in 22 games. Cepeda with 22 in 22 games. Darrell Spencer owned him, 20 RBIs in 19 games. Bobby Bonds, Barry Bonds, and this year Hunter Pence has had 18 in 16 games. And the last time these two teams faced each other, Pence absolutely went off. The 4-game series, he had 5 home runs. And each one, and it started to right field, and it wound up going completely across the field. The last one went into the bullpen of the Dodgers. So you're talking about a guy who's locked in.
It's almost like he wanted his pie chart to look even at the end of the series.
It's a Coors Light cold hard facts.
First pitch is up high. After the LA series, Hunter Pence did cool off. Swing and a foul. 1 ball and 1 strike. He is hitless in his last 5 games and 17 at bats. Still hit 5 home runs on the trip and had 13 runs batted in. And it's now 1-2.
Trying to pound him in. Dodgers made a lot of mistakes, belt high or above, out over the plate, and he made him pay. There's a Ryu fan.
And Pence is gone.
Good fastball. Ryu, when he was in Korea, he was the guy. And it's rare when you see a guy come from the Korean leagues right to the big leagues, as Ryu has done. And he has really had a solid first year. You look at his body, 6'1", 255, and you don't think you're going to see the athleticism that he gives you, both on the mound and at the plate.
Like a right-handed Big Daddy. As Sandoval takes a strike, otherwise known as Rick Russell. The 0-1 to Sandoval is foul back.
Look at the best records by rookie pitchers for the Dodgers. Hideo Nomo was 13-6. Tim Belcher, Pedro Martinez, Fernando Valenzuela, and Ryu puts his name on that list.
Sandoval fouls it back.
Take a look at his motion. Very quiet with the hands. Didn't have a lot of motion with his upper body. Plants very high position with the arm. It's a nice high three-quarter release.
One ball and two strikes. So the Panda giving Ryu a battle here with one out in the second. And he drives it to right, and it's going to be Yasiel Puig. He will put it away.
Take a look at what he throws, and he's a four-pitch guy. Fastball, changeup, curveball, slider. The fastball, it's mortal, 297. The curveball gets hit to a 2 and a 310, but look at the changeup and the slider. Changeup opposition hitting 170 and the slider 194. So with his back against the wall, you know what you're going to see. That slider and that changeup.
Abreu doesn't waste any time as he fouls this one out of play. On deck is Adrianza.
I think Addy got a baseball.
I think so.
Yep. She'll take it in stride.
So if you work for the Giants, do you have to throw it back?
She will not be giving that one back.
And that's softly hit to Gonzalez, and that will indeed end the inning. 0-0.
is brought to you by the Solar Company. Not just any solar company, the solar company.
It is the third inning. It's 0-0. Is Kane going after Mark Ellis? It'll be Ellis for you, and then Yasiel Puig. Dodgers with a couple of hits. The Giants with one. Is Ellis fouls it out of play.
Ellis, good high ball hitter. Defends the belt very well. And really the belt and the letters, that area in there, he's tough. He's a good hitter, period.
Yeah, you notice the type of hitter he is when there's a guy on third with less than 2 outs. That's when he's really tough.
Well, he really reminds me of another Dodger middle infielder, Bill Russell, the shortstop for those great Dodger teams in the 70s. He was that way. If there was a situation at bat, you would fear him more than you would Garvey, Say, Smith, Baker.
And Kane with a nice pitch.
Well, Giant season tickets are currently sold out, but you can get on deck as a 2014 Giant season ticket member. This waiting list will give you access to opening day and all Giants home games in 2014. So lock in significant per game savings and enjoy all the benefits of a Giant season ticket holder. Go to sfgiants.com/season and check it out.
One out. Here's Ryu hitting at 204 as he lines this one. Pagan's got it.
That can hit.
Remember his first at bat in the big leagues? He hit a ground ball and didn't run in that first series the Giants played in LA, and he got booed. And if I remember right, the next day in the papers, Don Mattingly said, "Yeah, well, we've addressed that. He's going to run." Well, he can hit. Puig, who offers at that first pitch a lot, rolls it foul.
Zach Elliott, our third base ball dude tonight, he's been pretty busy. And when you have a left-handed curveballer out there, breaking baller like Ryu, you're going to get a lot of plays.
Runs that pitch up and in. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Well, he's got his duck on.
One ball and 1 strike. And Ryu gets hit. And that's where teams try to pitch him. And that'll bring up Crawford.
Set by the inside corner. And one just heat seeks right into the ribs. And that's the way you're supposed to take it.
Make it a glancing blow. So here's Crawford. Crawford skies this one into center field for Pagan. And that'll end the inning. No runs. 1 left. Adrianza is going to lead things off.
by Heffernan Insurance Brokers. Insurance and financial services for you and your business. Visit hefins.com.
0-0, bottom of the third. All right. Marty and Laurie, check. Okay, I get it. So they want to be on the kiss cam. Okay, you can check it, and you can knock it off.
Yeah,
no
Marty,
balls in one strike.
Marty, give her some air for crying out loud.
Adrianza, a little pop-up. Gonzalez will give chase. Not sure he was that into it, and it's 0-2.
All right, let's go back to Sunday and take a look at Adrianza's first big league homer. Remember, it was a 1-0 ball game, and this tied it up. Got a high breaking ball off Andy Pettit, who was making his last start for the Yankees in his pinstripes.
I'm told they got the ball for the kid. Not easy to wrestle a ball away from a Yankee fan. One and two.
We haven't seen a lot of this guy, but what we've seen, we're excited about. Good player, both with the glove and what we've seen with the bat early on.
And Ryu gets him swinging, and that for Ryu is his second strikeout. And here's Kane. Kane is 4 for 50. And that pitch is just outside, 1-0. He's got 2 RBIs on the season. One ball and 1 strike. Angel Pagan to follow.
That's a good changeup right there. And if you're a pitcher, you get a changeup at a 1-0 count. That's respect.
One-two pitch. Off the plate, 2-2.
See the windup of Ruiz. There's Los Gamer Babes. Well, welcome, Los Gamer Babes.
Kane is gone.
Look at the windup of Ryu, and it's really abbreviated. I mean, it's as close a windup to the stretch as I've ever seen. He gets up there like he's in the stretch. He rocks back a little bit and then goes into his motion. But man, can this guy repeat the arm slot?
Pagan has the only hit for the Giants. He opened up the bottom of the first with a ground ball up the middle that did not get to the, well, it kind of trickled through.
Sandy Koufax is here.
Never looked better. Pagan's got another hit. He's 2 for 2. Well, they are giving him the middle of the diamond, and he's taking advantage of it.
Well, that's just bat control right there. I mean, they set the target way inside on this pitch. Got a little leaky and burned him. Look at the target. That's way off the plate. Just not being greedy. Take what he gives you. Go back up the middle. And I think you have to approach Ryu that way. Salute.
Here's Perez, who hit a fly ball to center field. Strike to Perez on the outside corner. Belt to follow should Perez extend the inning. And that pitch from Rue is cast a bit high. Hit on the ground to second, where Ellis will make the play, and that'll end the inning. No runs, a hit, one left. Fourth inning coming your way. Ramirez, Gonzalez, Kemp coming up.
Sportsnet Bay Area is brought to you by Grinds Coffee Pouches. Get the product that players use and visit getgrinds.com today.
Well, Giants fans, did you miss tonight's Giants pregame live question of the game? We want to hear from you. Go back to our Facebook page, answer the question. It could be used on Giants postgame live following the game. Facebook.com/CSN Bay Area, your interactive home for authentic Bay Area sports.
Hanley Ramirez struck out looking in the first. Gonzalez and then Kemp off the plate, 2-0.
When you look at the helmet of Hanley Ramirez, you see a lot of players that have a lot of pine tar and stick them on their helmet, and there's a reason for it. You know, baseball rules say you cannot go back to the on-deck circle and get a pine tar rag or a stick-em stick once you've got that batter's box. So players say, all right, well, I'll take some with me. And where do you put it? You put it on your hat.
So Ramirez, a 4-pitch walk, which is a bit odd. All right, let's check out our AT&T trivia question. Tweet your answer to @CSN Giants. Before Hunter Pence, who was the last Major League Baseball player with 19+ RBIs over a 6-game span, who also had at least 1 RBI in each game? Let you chew on that one a while, as here's Gonzalez.
I don't know.
Don't know. The pitch outside, so that's 4 pitches in a row. Make that 5 in a row now for King out of the strike zone.
Yeah, he's throwing pitches where he wants to throw them. They're just not swinging at him. So you look how a guy misses in relationship to the target in the strike zone. He's not that far off.
6 in a row.
That one was. Now Buster wants to come out and talk about it. That target was on the inside, and it completely went up and away. There's the inside target. Now watch the front shoulder fly out and the arm drag. The elbow is underneath the shoulder, is pushing the delivery. And when that happens, you're always going to miss up and in to a right-hander, up and away to a lefty if you're a right-handed pitcher. And there's the watchful eye of Dave Righetti. And at this point, very concerned.
King comes back into the strike. It's 2-1.
Nice pitch, cut the back side of the strike zone at the knees. Backdoor cutter is a good pitch, but they're real easy to leave out in the middle of the strike zone. If you can shave the outside corner like Kane just did, you throw out that all day long. But leave it out in the middle of the plate, they get whacked.
Well, for a guy that missed 6 straight, he's thrown 2 pretty good pitches after that.
No, that's the thing. I mean, when you watch him pitch over the years, it's rare that he has bouts of wildness.
Well, tried to get Gonzalez to fish 2-2. So now we'll see if Hanley Ramirez will take off. It's likely that he will with a 3-2 count, considering he's healthy.
He's got him set up for a changeup.
Ramirez does not go, and it's bounced foul.
And he cuts him on the inside corner at the hands.
There's a play for Laura. Nice job.
Our ball dude and ball babe tonight, they're married.
So 3-2. And that's ball 4.
And there was that changeup. So it has become a stress inning now because of 2 walks to lead things off here at the top of the 4th.
So here's Kemp. Kemp bounced out to Sandoval to open up the 2nd inning. Not close. 1 ball and no strikes.
Easy take.
So as good as Matt Cain was through the first 3 innings, he has lost a bit of that here in the 4th. Belt or Posey? Who's it going to be? It's going to be Belt. And Belt puts it away. So that's a big out. And here's Juan Uribe. Uribe with an infield hit in the 2nd.
Check out the first 2 years as a Dodger. 199, 6 homers. Just had a miserable first 2 years.
Hunter Pence. 2 down.
Well, a 1 pitch out.
And here's Ellis. Ellis bounced into a 1-6-3 double play in the 2nd. Ramirez at 2nd, Gonzalez at 1st. Pitch number 52 for Kane is a strike, and it's 0-1.
these babies.
They got both World Series trophies out by the Coca-Cola slide. Out there, get your picture taken. You can't take one of those home, though. You just got to get your picture taken. If I remember, it's also, as we like to tell our kids when they were really small, this is a do not touching store. Meaning you can't touch.
He's got the Kaepernick as he's leaning in. Those things are heavy, too, I might add.
Yeah, that's Bruce Bochy.
He had to haul that thing around for 2 parades.
Didn't mind.
No, I think he'd like to do it again. But he did say they were heavy, and they are.
Way outside, 1-2. Ellis had a pitch to hit, and he fouled it straight back.
He was on it too. He had good balance in that swing. 1-2 count, tried to heat him up right in the hands. I mean, that wasn't that far away from where he wanted it to be. I mean, got away with one there.
Two and two.
So going away in the dirt with a little slider. Fish aren't biting.
So Kane trying to make the pitch to get the Giants off the field. And it'll be 3-2, and now the runners will be on the move. He does have a base now to play with the runners moving.
Those are easy takes.
But the guy on deck is really not a guy you want to face with the bases loaded. Payoff pitch, runners go. No swing on the appeal.
Now, if he'd have thrown that in a 1-2 or a 2-2, they might have got him. Did he go? He did not.
Now, I never thought for a second that he went, but I thought maybe he might have got him on the pitch.
On the location.
He struck out Ellis in the third, and this will be a much more spirited at bat with the bases loaded for Mark Ellis.
You're right. This is when he toughens up.
And they're going to get the call, and it's no balls and 1 strike. So away to most everyone. That time the pitch on the inside corner.
And there's a lot of guys that won't try and make that pitch with bases loaded because of a fear that they'll hit a guy and going inside and put him on for free.
And this little pop-up is going to be back and out of play, or close to out of play, but just not hit high enough for Buster Posey to get to. Plus Buster stumbled a little bit.
2 pitches could not have been more perfect to that inside corner at the hands. Watch Buster Posey come out and have a little bit of a stumble right here. That happened, no chance. I don't think he'd have a chance anyway.
I don't either. It's 0-2. Ramirez, Gonzalez, and Ellis are your base runners. Hunter Pence, a long run, and he can't quite get to it, and it's foul. And a lot going on. You got a second baseman, a first baseman, and you got a bullpen mound to deal with.
And fouled by about 3 feet.
So everybody returning to where they started out.
Giants catch a break there. I mean, that really was going to be a tough play. They catch a break, and then it was 2 feet foul, not 2 feet fair, because that would have cleared the bags.
Goes back to 0-2. Lesser couldn't find it. Now he does. It's 1-2.
It's a good block. That was not an easy play.
One and 2 to Mark Ellis. Bases loaded. 2 outs. Stressful inning for Kane. He's now up to 62 pitches. Got him. And that'll end the inning, and Ellis not happy. Brandon Belt will lead.
Campaign pin that says vote Dwayne Kuiper, because we're all getting together to vote Dwayne Kuiper into the Hall of Fame. This is your campaign headquarters at AT&T Park. We're voting to get Dwayne Kuiper to on the ballot to win Baseball Hall of Fame's Frick Award for broadcasting excellence. Now, Dwayne and Mike, you know the power of the Giants fan base, so this can happen. It is well deserved. And let's get it to your campaign manager, Dwayne, Mr. Mike Krukow. He might be the best campaign manager ever. Mike, take it away.
Well, thank you, Amer the Gamer. And we're all pretty biased here in San Francisco, but it is something that is a step. And if he is lucky enough to get enough votes, then he will become one of the finalists. And then, of course, he'll be voted upon. So we have some work to do. And we all believe that Smoothie is Hall worthy. But to do so, he's going to have your vote. So you're going to have to vote. You go to Giants website, sfgiants.com, and just follow the trail. It's a little bit of a challenge, but it can be done, and you can vote every day. So vote Dwayne Kuiper. And let's get Smooth in the Hall.
0-1 to Belt. Thank you.
Well, I think it's a good campaign, Smooth. I think it's a righteous journey.
And we have many people working very hard, and I certainly appreciate it. 1-1 to Belt. 2-1 to Belt.
Just don't get a big head, Smooth.
I am lingering behind you, pal. Kind of how we were walking down the street in New York City.
You had that same look on your face.
Well, I think we all did by day 4. Belt dribbles out.
Well, as Belt heads back to the Giants dugout, what do you say we ask and answer our AT&T trivia question? Question tonight: before Hunter Pitts, who was the last MLB player with 19-plus RBIs during the span of 6 straight games with an RBI in every game? Survey said Well, it's the skipper of the Dodgers, Don Mattingly. Did it in 1987. And his number is retired in New York.
Here's Buster Posey, who takes the pitch wide. Buster went back to Ryu. He's 0 for 1. And there's that spot that he's been able to hit. It's that spot right on the outside corner. And Posey swings and misses 1 and 2. With Hunter Pence to follow in a 0-0 ball game. Got him. And there's not much you can say if you're Buster Posey after Mark Ellis got called out in kind of a similar location.
Well, he knows it's a wide strike zone. This thing sort of cuts back into it. Did it go across the plate? Well, doubtful, but it hit the glove, which was right on the outside corner. And A.J. Ellis never had to move it. And a lot of umpires will go with that, and Marty Foster did.
Here's Hunter Pence. Pence takes a strike, and it's 0-1. Remember the first time we saw Ryu, he did not throw 92.
No, he looked pretty normal.
Well, that has all changed. I mean, we saw 92 on the inside corner, here on the outside corner. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that.
Well, knee-high paint, inside, outside, and that's what we found out this guy could do, and he could do with all his pitches. His control is uncanny. And he's topping out velocity-wise, mid-90s at times.
And Pence rolls this one foul.
Talked about Kane having reach back velocity where he'll cruise 91, 93, and then all of a sudden with a 2-strike count, he'll go whoop, 94, 95. Well, this guy does the same thing.
So Ryu moves Pence back off the plate, and now the dilemma, if you're Pence and you're thinking about location, does he back it up or does he go away? Ellis will tell you. And that's a line drive to right, and Puig makes the catch to end the inning. So a nice at bat for Hunter Pence. 5th inning coming up.
Is brought to you by Provident Credit Union. Make life easy.
Well, Saturday, September 28th, well, that is this Saturday. It's the 2nd annual Yoga Day at the park. Your yoga special event package is going to include a ticket to the game, post-game yoga session on the field, And you're going to get a limited edition Giants Yoga mat bag. 415-972-2298. Or go to sfgiants.com/special event. Remember, to get the yoga mat bag, you must have the special event ticket package. Here's Ryu, who lined out to center field in a 0-0 ball game.
Yeah, that's a pretty amazing day, because there's going to be a lot of people out there in that field. And they're going to be into the yoga that they'll be doing.
Yeah, I'm going to start Monday.
Couch yoga?
2 balls and 1 strike. 2-2. That's like a wiffle ball in the backyard, casual, let it fly swing from the Dodgers starting pitcher. Is Yasiel Puig watches.
Puig in his last at bat in the third very quietly took one of the ribs from Matt Cain. And like all good rookies, took it and went right to first.
But probably didn't forget.
No. See what he did. Came on the scene in June. 7 home runs at .436. Talk about making a bang.
This is tagged, and I mean tagged. Gone. And it's 1-0 Dodgers. And if you're Yasiel Puig, that's how you answer back.
A humble trot.
By the way, did I say be careful on that first pitch?
He loves it. He's had 3 at-bats tonight, and all 3 times he has swung at that first pitch. This is a little slider on the outside corner, and not a hanger either. But boy, does he like to get extended, and this kid is strong. So home run number 19 for Puig, and we have first blood in this game.
Crawford takes low.
And you're right. When some guy drills you as a rookie, you keep your mouth shut. You come up here and you do this, and you make a pretty good argument for yourself.
Strike to Crawford. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Giants fans are going to see a lot of that guy in the next decade.
And that's foul. It'll roll out to Hunter Pence. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Crawford with that single in the first. 1 for 2.
Got a nice clean line drive to left field. He goes to left field well. Likes that ball up.
And he's going to drive this one into right center field. See if Pagan can keep Crawford at first. His throw to second is going to be late. And it's a 1-out double.
And that was no hanger. He went down and beat a pretty good pitch. Set up in the outside corner. It just goes right over the plate at the knees and just dropped the barrel head on it. He didn't have a lot of lower leg in the swing. Finds a gap. Really a nice play too from Pagan. Just too much speed from Crawford, however. No chance.
Here's Ramirez. A strikeout and a walk. The home run given up by Cain, the 22nd. He and Lincecum were tied with 21. Low to Ramirez. 1 ball and no strikes.
That's 5 balls in a row. Remember his last at bat, a 4-pitch walk.
Yep.
Opened things up last inning. Kane has been very respectful, and he has nibbled. He has not challenged Hanley Ramirez.
Pagan has got a beat on this one, and he makes the catch. Crawford's going to tag. He'll end up at third. So some balls hit pretty hard off of Kane here in the fifth. And that'll bring up Gonzalez. Gonzalez is bounced out and he's walked. And he skies this one to left. Perez says, I got it. And that'll end the inning. A run on the home run by Puig. Sandoval, Abreu, and Adrianza coming up.
Brought to you by Eric's Deli Cafe. You never gonna lose with the shrimp wrap Veracruz. Can't stop the fuego.
It's 1-0 Dodgers on the Yasiel Puig home run. And for the Giants, it'll be Pablo Sandoval to lead things off. Sandoval hit a fly ball to right field in the second. Ryu stumbled. And if anybody that has orange and black on yells balk, I'm going to be very disappointed.
Well, hard to balk when you have nobody on base. What did he catch? It looked like his left heel came off the mound. You've seen Lincecum do that a couple times this year. Dodgers have something that no other organization has. They have two trainers that are both women. Sue Falsoni is the head athletic trainer, and you just saw that's Nancy Patterson Flynn.
Sandoval dumps one to right. Puig with all that speed is not going to get there as it hits the bullpen mound. Is it that time of the year again?
Sharks taking on the Canucks opening night. Returns October 3rd. Pregame live 6:30. And yes, it is that time of year, my friend. We'll see you right here. Comcast Sportsnet, California. Sharks hockey coming back. And they are going to be good this year. And we wish them all the best.
1-2 to Sandoval. 1-3 to Sandoval.
Strikeout number 5 for Ryu. Just a little changeup right in the outside corner. We talked about how difficult hitters have in trying to hit that changeup. One of his best pitches. You can see why.
Driven into left center field, hit very well. It is out of here. And that ties the ball game. And that's the second home run of the year for Tony Abreu.
Ted, you watched his batting practice today, and he was flipping balls out to left field, and they were going way up the bleachers. And here, he gets extended, and he knocks one right out of here over the 382 sign. And we're going to make this our forward right choice. They opened him up with a breaking ball. He got behind 0-1. They followed up with a fastball. Boom, and he was sitting on it. Take the round trip, my friend. Our forward right choice.
Here's Adrianza. Now that home run got the crowd into it a little bit.
Well, they've been waiting to get into this thing since the first inning. And Ryu just hasn't allowed him to get into it until that fastball, that hanging 0-1 fastball.
Adrianza battling Ryu 1-2. And he stays alive by tapping this one foul. Puig and Abreu with home runs here tonight.
And both have come in this 5th inning.
Adrianza's gone. Strikeout number 6.
That fastball is just paint. And he really has taken that umpire with him on that outside corner. But he's earned the right the way that he has gone inside, outside with his corner command. Now, is it across the plate? No. But look where it's caught by A.J. Ellis, right between the knees as it cuts back into the strike zone.
Yeah, the guy like Ryu, if you're a right-handed hitter, you almost want to move up 3 inches closer to the plate. Nothing in 2. Kane stays alive with a little dribbler foul. Abreu had hit a home run in Cincinnati. And he hit it right-handed as well. One and 2.
Big curveball.
Towards the hole, Ramirez will fire high, and Kane beats it out.
Kane can do something that you just don't really think too much about very often when you look at it, but he can run a little bit, and when he's sniffing a base hit, he can run it out. That's Virginia Smith, and you may remember her. She was the lady that caught a screaming C foul ball in the second deck a few weeks ago. Now let's take a look at that moment. All right, Virginia, show us what you got. Not a problem.
Stuck it too.
Right in the sweet spot. She said, talking with her today, she was out from the ballpark. Well, she wanted to. She played softball for 40 years. She's coming to the ball game tomorrow. She's got 9 grandchildren and great-grandchildren coming out.
She's ready. She's protecting that that University of Wisconsin fan sitting right behind her. The big cheesehead. Pagan, a little flare to left, and Crawford's going to race in and make the catch to end the inning. Tony Abreu with his second home run of the season. It ties the game, and it's bye-bye, baby. It's 1-1.
Area is brought to you by your Northern California Acura dealers. Come test drive the extremely new 2014 Acura MDX today.
2 games remaining in the series, Wednesday and Thursday, both 7:15 starts. It is the rivalry, the Giants and the Dodgers. Tickets are available, and you can check on those tickets and their availability at sfgiants.com. So come on out. We'd love to see you. Sell out tonight. Here it's a 1-run ball game. Both teams with 4 hits. Kemp, Uribe, Ellis. Matt Cain with 77 pitches, so he's in good shape. Don't know where that pitch was, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. Uribe, Ellis, Kemp is bounced out and popped out, and this is smoked way back and gone. A solo home run for Kemp, his 6th of the year, and it's 2-1 LA.
He just took advantage of count leverage at a 1-0 count. So the long ball right now put a little bit of a bite on Matt Cain. Set on the outside corner, it comes right middle in above the thigh, and that is to his wheelhouse.
Well, here's Uribe, who's 1 for 2. Uribe on a breaking ball. Swings and misses 0-1.
That's not your 0-2 swing to try and think, I'm going to go to right field. He was trying to hit one off the Coke bottle. Some pretty healthy swings right now against Cain from these Dodgers.
They're healthy swingers anyway, but look, they're going to the postseason. They pretty much yuck-a-do anytime they want. Belt. Abreu calling off Belt. 1 out. And here's Ellis.
And that really is the one thing you have to have if you're going to be a pitcher and pitch in the big leagues, is you've got to have a short memory. You give up a home run, and guess what you have to do? You got to get the next guy out. "23 home runs on the year for Kane, and that's a career high in one season."
Pence out in shallow right field. Ellis is retired. So Kane trying to limit this to the one solo home run before the Giants come up in the bottom of this inning, where they'll have Perez, Belt, and Posey.
McGuire talking it over with Kemp. McGuire, the hitting instructor for the Dodgers.
Wait, he used to put on a show during batting practice?
It was something that we've never seen before.
There's a strike to Mark Ellis, who struck out twice.
We heard one time in St. Louis that he was going to take batting practice, and it wasn't open to the public. It was before everybody else got there. You and I remember we went over and snuck in like two little kids watching. And it was amazing. He was hitting balls in the upper deck to center field in St. Louis, the old Busch Stadium.
It looked like he was the only one hitting golf balls. Ellis really not happy right now with Marty Foster. Ellis has struck out twice. Angel Pagan is moving over and under, and they'll end the inning. So the home run by Kemp gives the Dodgers the lead. Perez, Belt, and Posey coming up.
For McDonald's true stories in the state Giants history, we go back to September 24th, 2006. That's when Moises Alou hit a career number 2,000 knock. It was a second inning double. Moises and his father joined select company with the Griffies as the only father-son duos with at least 2,000 hits. That was a good memory. We also want to say congratulations to Team Oracle, Team USA. Today tied New Zealand 8-8 in America's Cup, and tomorrow will be the finals, and we wish the Oracle team all the best in the world. A remarkable comeback, and they really have captured the imagination of this Bay Area fan base. So tomorrow, the finals. Good luck.
Here's Perez, who takes a strike, and it's 0-1. Perez has flied out and bounced out. Taps this one slowly to third. Got him. I did not think Uribe had a shot.
I didn't think there was any way they were going to get him.
That's a great play.
Perez runs well, but he did have a lot of backswing, and it took him a little bit longer to get out of the box. But even at that, you see there was no third baseman even in the picture. And Uribe got him. That is a great play.
So here's Belt.
You look back like that, you slow yourself down. He can't believe it.
Belt takes low. That's a great play.
It really was.
Leadoff hitter with speed. Belt fouls it back. 1 ball and 1 strike. Belt pulls this one past Roberto Kelly. Buster Posey to follow. Giants trail 2-1. We're in the 6th. And Belt waited on that breaking ball. Two and 2 to Belt.
Pretty good teaser there on the 1-2 count.
See what Belt gets. 2 and 2. And he rolls it foul.
Yeah, and there's such a speed variance between that slider and the curveball. Establish that slider to mind of a hitter, you throw that curveball, you really get him off his back leg reaching. And he's just so effective with his command on all 4 of the pitches.
Belt, little pop-up out to Hanley Ramirez. 2 outs. All right, let's check in again with Amy G.
All right, gentlemen, we need to congratulate Barry Zito. He has been chosen as the San Francisco Giants nominee to win the 2013 Roberto Clemente Award. It's a very coveted honor. One of 30 finalists he is for this annual award that recognizes baseball players who best represent the game through positive contributions on and off the field. They look at sportsmanship and community involvement. Of course, Barry Zito, strikeouts for troops, and St. Anthony's fun. He fits the bill, guys.
All right, Amy, and congratulations absolutely to Barry Zito. Dodgers lead 2-1.
Dodgers 2 runs on 5 hits, no errors. The Giants 1 run on 4 hits, no errors. It has been an old-fashioned duel between Ryu and Kane. The blemishes have all come by way of the long ball. Puig and Kemp have homered for the Dodgers, Abreu for the Giants, and that's where we're at right now, 2-1, and that's your Toyota game summer.
A 2-1 lead with the pitcher spot, and then the 1-2 in hitters for the Dodgers here in the 7th. As Kane starts off for you with a fastball off the plate, 1-0. 2 runs, 5 hits for the Dodgers, a run on 4 hits for the Giants. And a strike to even the count. Ryu is lined out to center, and he struck out swinging in the 5th. Foul back, it's 1-2. So you have to wonder, is this going to be my best birthday ever? Oh yeah.
First game, best seats in the house, at least in his mind. So happy birthday, Meat.
That's going to be in the seats, although Belt will make an effort to chase that one down. It remains at 1-2. Puig on deck. Machi in the bullpen. Hit out into the gap. Pagan is going to get it on a hop. And we said he could hit, and he's aboard with nobody out.
Well, he got a good pitch to hit, too. That was a hanging slider. Fifth inning. On a first pitch, Yasiel Puig, after getting drilled his last at bat, did this to Matt Cain. Took it out to where the big boys hit him over the Visa sign in right center off of a pretty good breaking ball. It was a little up, but it was on the corner, but didn't matter to Puig. He got extended, and he showed this crowd how strong he is.
So he'll hit with Ryu at first base, nobody out. Kane now will pitch out of the stretch. And a bunt attempt and throw to first, and they got him. I don't know. You may have been surprised at what Puig was doing.
Well, I think everybody else was surprised at what Puig was doing, including everybody in that Dodger dugout. And watch the lead. Didn't have much of one, but Posey sees a little bit of an opening, throws an absolute strike to Belt.
That was a dart.
They slap the tag on, and Ryu takes an embarrassing walk back to the dugout.
This is line to left, and Perez is going to reach up and make the catch.
Oh, let's take a look at this pickoff. This is just too good. Yep, and there's the opening. Bang, grab some pine meat.
It looked like Wally Bell enjoyed that one a little bit, didn't he?
Well, I think he was laughing when he was ringing him up.
So here's Crawford. Crawford is 2 for 3. No balls and 1 strike. I'll tell you what, Buster Posey picking off Ryu may have kept Kane in the game.
Oh, agreed. Totally changed the complexion of this inning.
That one's runs inside. It's 1 ball and 1 strike.
That's right where you wanted to throw it.
The 1-2.
And right back to it again.
I don't think there's any doubt that Mr. Crawford is a low ball hitter. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Flips it to left, and it's going to be a base hit. Well, if you pitch Crawford there, that's what he's going to do.
Well, the Willie Mack Award is an annual award, and it's an honor bestowed upon the most inspirational player on the team, as voted upon by the Giants players, coaches, training staff, and the Giants fans. So fans, you have the opportunity to cast a vote for whom you think deserves the 2013 Willie Mack Award. You go to sfgiants.com/Willie Mack and cast your vote. This year's award will be presented on Friday, September 27th. That's game 1 of the Padres series this weekend. So you need tickets, go to sfgiants.com. Voting ends on Wednesday, September 25th at noon. So get your votes in. Javier Lopez is thinking of one guy, Adrian Gonzalez. If the inning gets to Gonzalez, he will pitch, and that's exactly what Dave Righetti went out there and told Matt Cain. You got one more hitter. And that is big motivation. If you're a starter, you've been out there 7th inning, you want to stay in this game so you can have a chance to get a win. You need to get this guy out, plain and simple. Dave Righetti will challenge him.
Here's Hanley Ramirez.
It is a steal situation.
Close. Brothers, not. Good players, yes. Adrianza, side retired. Pence, Sandoval, Abreu coming up. 2-1 Dodgers. Dodgers.
All right. A reminder that the NBC Bay Area Investigative Unit, led by Tony Kovalevsky. You say, well, who are they? They're an award-winning team of 14 journalists dedicated to holding the powerful accountable. The Investigative Unit on NBC Bay Area, we investigate.
Pence is struck out, and he's lined out to Puig in right field. Here he takes a strike. Ryu with 88 pitches. And he hits this one into the hole, and Uribe has it to his left. And Pence is thrown out by a step. 1 out. And that'll bring up Sandoval. So the one guy that just killed the Dodgers in LA, Hunter Pence, is 0 for 3 tonight.
Yeah, 2 of those at bats, he's hit the ball right on the screws, but each time they've found a glove.
Sandoval looks at a strike. Sandoval is flied out, and then he struck out in the 5th. No walks for Ryu. All runs in this game accounted for by way of the big fly. Puig and Kemp for the Dodgers, Abreu for the Giants. Bochy implied today that Marco Scudero may be shut down for the rest of the year. It's 2-1 to the Panda.
Yeah, it's the time of year. Guys been fighting nagging injuries all year long, but they will get shut down. And this is what a time of year where a trainer will have a lot to say about whether or not a guy can go out and play.
See who's warming up. Number 38. Sandoval trying to tie it up. It's 3-2.
Talk about how weird it has probably been for Brian Wilson to come back, sit in that first base dugout with a Dodger uniform on. Now he looks down the bullpen and he sees his old number on a kid.
Sandoval takes the walk, and that's the first one issued by Ryu. And here's Abreu. Sandoval flipped that bat away like that was a win for him. And the way Ryu's been throwing, this might have been. You see Belisario starting to work his way down to the bullpen with Abreu coming up. And he skies one down the right field line and out of play. This was the home run, his second of the year in the 5th.
It was no cheapie either. 0-1 count, boom. Took on the deep left field gap. 390-foot home run. You just never can explain how one guy can see a pitcher and other guys can't.
That's true.
And Abreu has had 2 really good at-bats tonight so far against Ryu.
Rolls it to third. The throw out there, no chance there, and Ellis really saved Uribe.
Well, an off-balance throw from Uribe, and he one-hops and a short hop to Mark Ellis. Ellis makes a great play to get the force and still has the presence of mind to get off a throw.
So here's Adrianza. Adrianza's gotten eaten up twice by Ryu. He struck out both times.
Yep, the DeLorean's back. Back to the future.
Is that a special version of the duck boat?
I think you can say that.
2-0. Hector Sanchez has grabbed the bat, so he's on deck.
I think the guys that made that,
what, were laughing while they did it?
I think they were laughing the whole time they were doing it.
You think they're in their garage drinking wine?
Now, this is earlier today out in the Cove. Some guy had a Woody, thewoody.com. We've seen a lot of different type of floating vessels out there. You can't call them all boats. But the Cove is very entertaining.
Strike 2-1.
2-0 changeup, and I mean a good one.
Three and one to Adrianza. Heads up, heads up.
Look out. Blew out a wheel.
I'd be a little hacked off if I owned that boat. 3-1 to Adrianza. 3-2 to Adrianza, and now Brady will be on the move.
Yeah, I think I would be a little upset. This guy's out of control.
Yeah, they need to go back and get the wheel. Like the wheel is actually doing something for him. Adrianza on the ground to Uribe. His throw is in time, and that'll end the inning. 8th inning coming up.
Sportsnet Bay Area is brought to you by Xfinity, home of the most live sports.
Fan Appreciation Weekend, September 27th through the 29th. Giants taking on the Padres, and there'll be prizes going out all through the weekend. Like an Anchor Brewing private tour for $500 of free gas at Chevron, Coca-Cola Retro Fridge filled with Coke products, or how about an exclusive Ghirardelli chocolate ice cream social for 100 people. You will have the opportunity to win special prizes like these, and on Sunday the 29th, one lucky fan will win the grand prize, a 2014 Toyota Corolla. Go to sfgiants.com and check it out.
When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up. Your oil change tune-up and smog experts.
Heath Hembree coming in for the 6th time. He's been fantastic. 7 strikeouts in 5 innings. Just 3 base runners.
And the first pitch to Adrian Gonzalez is rolled foul.
With Hembree, you're going to see a fastball that goes low to mid-90s. Hard slider. And a changeup. Brian Wilson heating up for the Dodgers. He will pitch the top of the bottom of the 8th.
Gonzalez swinging at that slider down and in, bounces it foul. It's 0-2.
I think it'll be very interesting when they introduce Mr. Wilson at the bottom of the 8th.
Oh, and 2. Posey set up away, and he got him. All right, let's check in with Amy G. Amy?
All right, gentlemen, we have a new Amy G's Giants exclusive ready at csnbayarea.com. It's brought to the fans by Acura, and it is with former Giant Brian Wilson. It was a very candid interview. He talks about why he's donning Dodger blue, and he also has a message for the fans. csnbayarea.com, Amy G's Giants exclusive. Gentlemen?
All right. Here's Kemp. Kemp is 1 for 3. He hit the home run to give the Dodgers a lead in the 6th. Fastball for a strike, and it's 0-1. Not just any inning for Heath Embry. An inning against the Dodgers in a 1-run game in the 8th.
And he's facing the heart of the beast, too. I mean, Gonzalez, Kemp, and Uribe. We see Uribe on deck. All summer long, we kept hearing about him throwing 95 to 99, consistently above mid-90s. And we have not seen that yet. But what we have seen is excellent command. And he has really opened some eyes since given some opportunities. And this is the reward, to be able to pitch in a game like this.
Two and 2. Lined into center field. Kemp's got a base hit. Stay tuned immediately after Giants baseball for Esurance Giants postgame live highlights, reaction, analysis. It's all coming up right after the game. So here's Uribe. Uribe 1 for 3. And he takes low and away. Good pitch on the inside corner.
Uribe has hit to 12 double plays this year. He's tied with Adrian Gonzalez for second most on this Dodger team. The leader on this Dodger team is Michael Young. He's hit into 21 of those, 21 double plays, but most of those were hit when he was in a Philadelphia Philly uniform.
To right field, Hunter Pence. And Hunter Pence in front of the number 3 archway. 2 out. So here's A.J. Ellis. Ellis is 0 for 2, drew a walk in the 4th. And that pitch runs up and in.
I gotta believe his heart is beating pretty good.
I would agree. And a strike at the knees to Ellis. One and two. Although it's at 91, it's as if the hitters are thinking and swinging like it's 95.
Yeah, I think his arm action has a lot to do with that. It's short arm action. Scout report. I don't think he's hearing a word he's saying.
And he gets Ellis. And that's going to be down the right field line. Chasing it is Abreu. Moving to third is Kemp, and this inning is not over. So it'll be an error on Buster Posey. The strikeout credited to Ellis.
Ball in the dirt. Really just kind of a flat-footed throw. Not a lot of balance in it. And Bell, I don't know, just didn't get the glove down deep enough. But Posey, that is a mental mistake as much as it is a physical mistake.
So now Embry has to go after Mark Ellis. And when you thought the inning was over, think again, and there's a foul straight back.
Well, you're going to find out something about Heath Embry right now.
You know, his first pitch is a pretty good one to Ellis. Machi now up and throwing. A 1 ball and 1 strike. So those at 93.
Yeah, he's digging deep right now. But this really is something you need to find out about a guy. How he's going to be able to fight through an error.
And they're going to get the bell tie strike. It's 1 and 2.
Mark Ellis just has not been able to get used to the high strike that is being called from Marty Foster.
Down low, 2 and 2. Dodgers 2, Giants 1. Giants trying to keep it at that 1-run deficit with 6 more outs to go for them offensively. And Ellis had a pitch to hit, and it stays at 2 and 2.
When they set that target inside, they kind of went out there on the other side of the play. It was still knee high, but Ellis was not fooled. He was on it. He had a good swing. He's got him timed.
Two and 2. And Ellis again spoils a good pitch.
And that was 94. That's the best velocity we saw tonight.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Hit up the middle. Adrianza. Side retired. So the Giants do keep it at a 1-run deficit. We will see if Brian Wilson is indeed coming into the game. We will keep it here to see and hear what type of reaction, if he does indeed get put into the ball game.
Ryu's coming back out.
So with Ryu coming back out, we're going to take a break. Bottom of the 8th coming up. 2-1 Dodgers. Don Mattingly waited until Bruce Bochy had sent up a pinch hitter, which was Brett Bill, and then he called for Wilson. And maybe the biggest out in the history of this San Francisco Giants franchise right here.
2010, Nelson Cruz, the final out of that World Series. And the Giants, the San Francisco Giants, for the first time, going to hoist up the flag that said they were world champions.
No, it wasn't the first pitch he'd thrown in that series either. In postseason, he was remarkable. And one of the all-time great shots of Tim Lincecum, who was the winning pitcher that day, being hoisted into the air. Now, however, a Dodger, and on a team that is won the West. When it's time for a change, think Speedy oil change and tune-up. Your oil change tune-up and smog experts.
Well, this is what he has done in 15 games. He's been fantastic. 10 strikeouts, 11 1/3, just 11 base runners. His velocity has been low to mid 90s. He throws a cutter and a slider. And all his old teammates watching.
And it's Gregor Blanco. And Blanco looks at a strike. Pagan and then Perez here in the 8th. And the Dodgers hanging on to a 1-run lead. Blanco foul down the third base line. It's 0-2. A mound that he pitched on for many years with the Giants.
He made a name for himself, made his reputation here.
And the 0-2. 1-2.
Wilson, an oddity in one way. I mean, he's come back from 2 Tommy Johns. And you just saw the speed of that last fastball, 94. So he has beat the odds. And in his mind, he's thinking he's got a brand new arm.
Wilson trying to hit the inside corner at 94. It's 2-2. Got him.
91-mile-an-hour cut outside corner. You couldn't run up there and put it in a better place. So Blanco is sent packing.
Usually came in from the other side of the field.
And there was some boos, but there were more cheers.
So here's Pagan, who's 2 for 3. And Pagan skies one to left for Crawford. Near the line, Crawford makes the catch, 2 outs. And that'll bring up Perez. So Perez gets the honors against Brian Wilson. Perez tonight is 0 for 3. Here he rolls it foul.
And if you're wondering about what is in store for the future of Brian Wilson, will he come back and be with the Dodgers? I mean, you have to think that this guy wants to close someplace, and that really isn't a position that's available here in Los Angeles with Kenley Jansen.
Well, it's not in his DNA to pitch the 8th.
It absolutely is not.
Well, he's got the rook behind in the count, 0-2. One and 2.
You see the scar on the elbow of his throwing arm. And he's got 2 of those. 2 Tommy John surgeries.
Got him, and that'll end the inning. Wilson with a couple of strikeouts. We will go to the 9th. It remains 2-1 LA.
The San Francisco Giants and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of San Francisco Baseball Associates, LLC.
Stay tuned for the post-game wrap. That's going to come up in just a little bit. And Mike will also talk about this game with Murph and Mac tomorrow morning on KMBR 680. Dodgers with a 2-1 lead. Kemp's home run, the difference in this game in the sixth. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up. Your oil change tune-up and smog experts.
Chi Machi, the new pitcher now for Bruce Bochy, 48th time he's come in. He's had a solid season. Really has been a breakout year for him. Just 56 base runners in 49 innings. That itself is a testimony to a great year. Gregor Blanco stays in the game. He's at left field. Help. My mom is a Dodger fan.
How about this one? Help. My mom is smiling too much. It's going to be Jerry Hairston that's going to hit. Hairston facing Machi. And a fastball high, 1-0. Puig a home run in the fifth. Kemp a home run in the sixth. Abreu for the Giants a home run in the fifth. 2-1 LA. Giants with 3 more outs in this game. And the 1-0. Hairston takes a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. One and two.
Nice tight little slider. The reputation of Machi has really been to the split, and a lot of guys go up there looking for that or the fastball. Nobody looks for that slider, and that's a good little one. Definitely can steal some strikes with that thing. And you can get some strikeouts with it too. But he has come a long way this year in establishing himself, because everybody in the league knows about that split.
So it's 1 and 2 to the Dodger leadoff hitter and pinch hitter, Jerry Hairston. And he's got him. And here's Puig. Puig has hit the ball hard 3 times. He's 1 for 3.
Jansen, the closer for the Dodgers, heating up.
Pitch down low.
I think that's a perfect first pitch to him. The idea, throw that thing in the face of the strike zone, let it move out. Doubtful he can hit one out of the ballpark from down there.
Swing and a miss. 1 ball and 1 strike. Carl Crawford on deck for the Giants in the bottom of the 9th. They'll have Belt, Posey, and Pence. And 1 and 2.
Yeah, he's got that thing working tonight. And those are as good as you can throw. Those are Bruce Sutter-like. And a slider off the plate.
Just a different look. Three and two. There's Crawford. See if Machi comes into the strike zone or if they try to get Puig to swing at something not in the strike zone. Get on the ground towards the hole. Adrianza gets rid of it quickly. Got him!
Oh, wow.
And a terrific play by the kid.
And he knew he didn't have a lot of time. And that ball took him deep in the hole. And I mean, he throws it flat-footed. And I don't know if they get him or not, but this bear's watching a few times. Wally Bell's ringing everybody up there tonight.
Nope.
I think he beat it out.
Crawford takes inside. Yeah, one of those where, call him safe, maybe nobody argues. Call him out, maybe nobody argues.
Well, Wally Bell, first base umpire tonight, when in doubt, throw the thumb up.
Crawford has 3 hits tonight.
All right, watch one more time. Yep, he beat that one out. But it was so close, as you point out, you really can't screw it up if you're an umpire.
Blanco. We will go to the bottom of the 9th. The Giants have the right guys up to tie and take the lead. It's 2-1 Dodgers.
Right here on Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area.
Here in the bottom of the 9th, it's a 2-1 lead for the Dodgers. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up. Your oil change tune-up and smog experts.
On the hill for the Dodgers will be their closer, Kenley Jansen. 27 saves and 31 ops, 107 strikeouts in 74 2/3 innings. Gives you an idea of what this guy throws. And he's got 107 Ks against 16 walks. Big guy, 6'5", 260. you're primarily going to see a cut, low 90s. A lot of them.
And here's Belt. Belt fouls it out of play. Tonight, Belt is 0 for 3 against Kenley Jansen lifetime. He's 0 for 4. He has walked a couple of times. And Belt a good swing, and it's nothing than 2.
Definitely got good balance in his lower body on both those swings. Jansen's also got a changeup that he'll throw every once in a while just to keep you off balance. And he's got good command with it.
Oh, and 2. Out of play again.
But basically, you're going to see cut. Does have a slider as well.
Outside, 1 and 2.
She's ready.
Waiting patiently for that very next foul ball to come in her direction. 1 and 2 to Belt.
She's working that pocket on that glove too. She knows what she's doing. And there's that breaking ball.
The one that Ellis can't catch, that one?
I don't think we're going to see any more of those.
So Belt in a battle, 2 balls, 2 strikes. They're going to come in, and Belt hits this one foul.
Close. No cigars since one is down. Take a look. How foul was it? I don't know if it was. And Belt, I think, thought he had one. I can see why he thinks that.
Two and 2. Hit on the ground to second. Ellis will make the play, 1 out. Well, you miss a double by inches, and then you ground out to second, and that's baseball.
Well, it's moments like those that make you talk to yourself.
Here's Buster Posey. And that's a bit high. Well, they're still together. We'll see.
See, I'm saying it's first date. He went to pick her up and she showed up for that. And he had a hard decision to make.
Posey takes a strike. Buster tonight is 0 for 3. Good swing, and it's foul back, 1 and 2.
That was a good swing. It's just a strong man cut right there at 93. Dr. Pence would love to get up there and have a crack at Kenley Jansen with a runner on, or with the score tied.
That might even be better. Two and two to Buster Posey. One out here in the ninth. Out of play. Wilson watching.
This night is done. Had a nice clean inning.
Buster Posey, a base hit to right field.
Yep. They're saying that you went to pick her up and she had that outfit on. I gotta be honest with you. And looking at that, I think he opted wisely. He went along with the date.
Yeah, I agree.
Francisco Peguero, the new runner now.
Here's Pence. Pence 2 for 9 against Jansen with 5 strikeouts. He's about due.
He's about due.
Peguero with terrific speed.
But don't get picked off.
Do not get picked off. Dodgers, their doubles defense in the outfield as they move back. And straight away.
Straight away.
It's hard to freeze Hunter Pence. He doesn't leave. You get a better chance of freezing the base runner than you do Hunter Pence.
He wants to hit. The man of perpetual motion.
He's afraid that if you step out, the manager might pinch it for him. I'm staying in the box. No balls and 1 strike.
99-mile-an-hour fastball above the hands. Just off the plate inside. And he waves through it. I think he set him up. That's what I'm going with.
We'll see. 0-1 with Peguero at first. 0-2 with Peguero at first. Pablo Sandoval is on deck. A 2-1 lead for the Dodgers. Tying run at first, winning run at the plate. And the tying run now is going to be at second base.
And the cheese just got a little more binding. Now the guy's hard to catch. He's hard to hit. This thing just takes off.
Well, we're not sure what they ruled. At this point, it really doesn't matter. Now a wild pitch has come up on the board. It's 1-2 to Pence.
Great arm in right. Great arm in center. Not a great arm in left.
Got him.
And he went right back in above the hands where he got the first strike to finish him off. And this is kind of a good mistake. Let's hit the target away. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. So
here's Sandoval. Sandoval is 1 for 8 with 5 strikeouts against Jansen. Tonight he's 0 for 2 with a walk. First base is open. 1 ball and no strikes. They may prefer to go after Abreu.
I think you have a pretty good point right there. With Jansen, you just don't want to let him get extended in an area where he can hurt you with a long ball. And it doesn't look like he wants any part of it.
Well, over the last week, Mr. Abreu has come up with some big hits. So we'll see on this pitch what Jansen and the Dodgers have in mind with Sandoval. It was hard to pitch around Sandoval.
Well, that wasn't pitching around anybody. He just went right at him. And he knows it. He had a good pitch there.
Well, after seeing that, forget about what I said about pitching around him.
Well, maybe Jansen's figured the same way. Well, that is a pitcher strike. 2-1, 94-mile-an-hour fastball right in the outside corner. They set the target in, and this thing goes away.
So it's come down to this. It's 2-2 with the tying run at second base. Out of play. And we get to do it again.
Sandoval does not need to hit a home run. Base hit ties this game.
Anywhere to the outfield with the speed of Peguero. Two balls, 2 strikes. And that's the ball game. So Sandoval chases one out of the strike zone. Is Peguero, the tying run, remains at second base in game 1 in this 3-game series, goes to the Dodgers, and a couple of good starts by both pitchers.
Well, it was a duel, and for Matt Cain, a continued success since the All-Star break. 12th time that he's thrown a game and allowed 3 or less runs, and to walk out of here with a loss it's a tough pill to swallow.
Final score: Dodgers 2, Giants 1. Esurance Giants post-game live with interviews in the Rapids coming up. But first, let's go to the Sportsnet Central studio for an update.